What's up, everybody? This is Gamer CJE. Welcome back to Cities Skylines. Today we're going to be here back in Stockton. This is our new city that we're doing a series with. And what we're going to do today is build a school. So we haven't unlocked the university campus yet, and we won't for quite a while. But we have unlocked the trade school campus. So the first thing we need to do is decide where we're going to build it. And my idea for how this city is going to look in the future is this whole area is pretty much going to be residential. So what I want to do is have like basically this corner right here. Well, it's not a corner yet, but it will be once these roads are continued. Have this area here be the campus area, and maybe up here like build a park as well. But for now, we're just going to worry about the campus. The first thing, once we get the roads built, actually before we build the roads, we should go ahead and put up a district. And here we want to use the campus area paintbrush and just paint an area. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up using this whole area that I painted here, but might as well make it bigger than I think it needs to be, because you can always make it smaller, and it just makes life harder putting in buildings if you make your campus area too small to start with. Okay, now the first asset that we place is the trade school administration building. So to kind of get an idea of how big I want to put my road system in here, I think the first thing that I'm going to put in is a road, just a 2-lane road up here. And we'll go however far that is. And now we'll put in our administration building here, whatever it was called, the headquarters. And just pick a place and get it put in. Now, obviously we have to make sure that it gets water. There we go. And I'm thinking about not using this or continuing this road, because this is an intersection pretty close to our main junction with this 4-lane and this 6-lane. This 6-lane. So I think what I might do is actually get rid of that intersection altogether, and yeah, that as well. Okay. That'll just make the traffic, once we have more people driving on this road, this is going to become a problem, and it'll only be a bigger problem if we have intersections too close to the main intersection. Okay, so King Career Institute. I think we'll just go with a simple Stockton Trade School. And if one of y'all comes up with a better name and leaves it in the comment, obviously I'll... Oh, Stockton. Got to add that in there. Stockton. There we go. And if one of y'all put something in the comments for a better name, I'll change the name. But for now, we're just going with Stockton Trade School. So the way these campus areas work is they want you to expand using paths instead of roads. So let's kind of figure out dormitories, how big they are. So these can go either on a road or on a path. They are, looks like six squares by 10 squares or something like that. But the only thing I care about is the 6 squares. So that means that I want to have a path that is 12 squares apart. And that way I can put them back to back. Or actually, you know what? If you thinking about the way that you would actually use a campus pathway, probably what I would want to do here is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and go straight there, and put the campus, or put the, what are these called again? The dormitories facing each other like this, and having the sidewalk between them. That's probably a little bit more realistic of what it would actually be like. And for the moment, I'll just continue it a little bit farther and add in 2 more. So we have 4 dormitories. They sleep 300 people each. So right now we have a student capacity, a live-in student capacity of 1,200. Or wait, is it 300? Yeah, 1,200. And so now we need a study hall. We'll put that right there. And a groundskeeping. We'll probably need a couple of those. And let's see, hopefully that fits in there. It does. Eventually we'll need a bunch of groundskeeping staff. So for now, I'm just going to put 3 of them in there. And the only other asset we have at the moment is a book club. So I left room, hopefully. Oh, maybe not. I was hoping that there'd be enough room to go not directly up against the trade school study hall. But here we go. Alright, so now we've got book club, and what is this? Police academy. During the studies, cadets work with police officers to keep an eye, blah, 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 blah. Increasing patrol car count, jail capacity, and department efficiency. Faculty increases campus attractiveness and requires a trade school campus area. So, it looks like it actually does benefit the whole city. Oh wow, it's really big though. That is a big use of space. I think I'm going to skip that for now. So, in order for us to get to a level 2 and unlock more assets, we need to get to 200 campus attractiveness. We have met that and exceeded it. We are at 340 out of the necessary 200. Students, we need 500. We have about 320. And we need academic works to get to the next level. So the policies we have available are student health care, increases student health, but costs, free lunch, increases happiness. Nah. Okay. So the academic staff, let's go ahead and add 5. And give a grant for IT and engineering. So when you give a grant, you're more likely to get either you're more likely to, or you're guaranteed to get at least 1 academic work per academic year. And as you can see, we're about a little bit more than halfway through our first academic year. We are not making money, but we are educating our city better, which is great. So for the moment, I'm gonna leave our school here as is and not really improve it anymore until we unlock more of the assets by upgrading the level. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna build here just quick is, do I have any parks? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and build a city park right here, and once again we need to paint a park area. And like I said before, this campus area is a lot bigger than it needed to be, but that's fine, we can always make it smaller. There we go. Okay. Oh, I guess it worked. I just noticed that I painted in the campus area with the paint park tool on here, but it looks like it just expanded the school campus. So I think we're fine. Now, going to put in the park area here. There we go. All right, good enough for now. So we have Holly Meadows for our city park name. And I am just going to use a city park. The first thing we need to build is a main gate. And since I have a pretty big area here, I'm going to go ahead and use the big main gate. And we'll put it just over here, I guess. Now, the second thing we need to put in is side gates. So I'm going to put a side gate pretty much right across from the school, and one over here, and one over here. And I'm going to connect these with roads. And then we'll just sort of build some smaller paths off of this main path. I wonder if, since that connected, if people can get into the park for free. I'm not going to take the chance. And the other thing we have here is a park fence. So I'm going to go ahead and build a park fence now that I have all the entrances put in. And that should connect right up to the gates. There we go. I know it's not necessary to put in a fence, but I think it makes it look better and kind of keeps a little bit of the realism if you actually put in the fences where there should be fences. And yeah, I like it anyway. So it's just a nice little iron fence around the park. And I didn't really notice before, but we actually have some nice topography here. It's not just all flat. Make the park a little bit more interesting. And let's see here if we can do a little bit of landscaping. Just soften terrain, brush strength down. Maybe a little bit bigger for the brush size. That way it doesn't look quite so crazy extreme. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. I know it's not going to last because as soon as I start putting some assets in there, it's going to mess it up, but whatever. So this is the end of our first year on our trade school. We did get one academic work. So let's go ahead and give another, this time for hospitality. So hopefully next year we'll get a couple, but no matter what, I think by the next year here, we will have enough academic works to be a level 2, which will give us access to more assets. The student count doesn't make sense either. So let's see here. University availability, eligible 3,235, and yet we only have like less than 500 students. I don't understand why that is, but I don't always understand 100% how this game really works anyway, so it is what it is. All right, so that's kind of the bare bones layout of our park here. The next thing is to put in some assets to make the park actually a park. The first thing we have is a plaza. We'll put it right there. And it actually went in with the terrain pretty well. So that's encouraging. And we'll just keep going here and put in some cafes. Actually, I think it would be good to put in a little straight path here and put in a couple of cafes. Oh, it doesn't fit. I guess we'll put it on this side. So we'll put in a couple of cafes. And then over here, hopefully the restrooms fit. Oh, they do. Good. So we'll put in a bunch of restrooms over here. And got our info booths. And maybe a park, one more. Oh, that's too bad. It won't fit. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We currently have enough entertainment for the next level, but we don't have enough visitors, which isn't really surprising because we're not in the center of the city. So people have to go out of their way to get to the park rather than going through the park to go wherever they want to go, which eventually there'll be houses up here that are trying to get to the school. They will walk through the park and pay for it just to walk on this path instead of having to go around over here or around on the road. So let's see. That's pretty much all the stuff we have for level 1. I guess we could put in like some custom stuff here. Okay, so that is not good. People are coming into our park for free, I think. Yes, they definitely are. Alright, so we're gonna have to do something about that. There we go. Okay, so now people hopefully are actually counting. Yep, we're going up quick now. Alright, that is excellent. So we will be at a level 2 park in no time, and we'll have more stuff to put in. But for the meantime, like we were saying a second ago, let's see if we can put in a little bit of these custom assets. So I'm going to try not to overlap them, because if you overlap them, they do this weird little flickery thing, and it's really annoying. There we go. And we'll put in some picnic tables. There we go. And what else do we have here? We have some trash cans. Gotta make sure we have trash cans available. And we have some lamps. That's great. Got some food trucks. Might as well put in a food truck here. And what's this? A food stall? No, we don't need that. We can put some hedges around here. I guess that looks like more of a flower bed than a hedge, but we'll go ahead and put it down in there anyway. Alright, so we've upgraded our park to level 2. We'll put the flower beds on that side, and we'll check out the hedge right here next to the fence. And there we go. That's a pretty neat little area. Okay, so we are now level 2. Let's see what we've unlocked for ourselves. We have, unfortunately, no water, so the piers are useless to us. So just this park checkerboard, it looks like, is all we have for the moment. And that does put us over the edge, so we're good. Oh man, that is pretty extreme. Let's see if we can fix that at all. Let's get our softened terrain tool back out here. No, I don't think we're going to be able to fix that. No. Well, I guess it is what it is. Because I don't want to move that. I do like where it is, but it is kind of a mess. Alright, so let's look at our trade school here. We're not quite 3/4 of the way through our school year yet. So I think it's time to add in some more neighborhood here. To start off with, of course, we go 9 out. And with this one here, I'm going to skip this intersection. And I'm going to join them up as an overpass, basically. That way, there's a way for people to easily get across into this other neighborhood without having to actually cross traffic on this 4-lane road. But from here on out, on this side, I'm just going to, gonna build our regular grid that we've been building on the rest of this town. And obviously make sure to remember to continue the rest of our utilities. And once I get this built out, I'm actually going to check on my utilities and see how we're doing, because it's likely that at least the trash is going to be an issue, I think. So first, water. It looks like we're good with water. Next, let's look at electricity. We are good on electricity. But garbage, wow, actually we're good with garbage processing. That kind of surprises me. I thought we were going to be underwater, so to speak, on the garbage processing, but it looks like we're good. So let's put in some zoning here. I'm going to start off with commercial zoning, and going to put it along the main road here. And one thing I do is I like to zone kind of slowly. For one thing, it gives me better control over what gets built where, but also if you don't zone big chunks of residential all at the same time, then you don't get what are called death waves, which is a bunch of your population dying all at once. It overwhelms your crematoriums or your basically your death care, and it can be a big problem. Also, there's big swings in population when you have death waves. So I like to try to kind of stagger how often I build my or how often I add in big swaths of residential zoning. I don't really have an actual number of how how big of an area to zone is too much too fast, but I want to be somewhat careful. So we'll come back and look at that academic report here in a second. Okay. So it looks like we have made it as far as academic works. We are still short of students, which is not ideal at all. So we do have plenty of like capacity for students, right? Because I mean, we should have at least 1,200. Let's look at our school thing here. We have a capacity for 1,700 students, and yet we only have 500, or less than. We don't even have 500. We have less than 500. So I don't quite know what the issue is there, unfortunately. But you know what? At least we have a college, and we're able to educate our citizens. Even though it's not quite as good as I want it to be, it is functional. So we're going to leave it alone for the meantime. Now, the other thing we need to check on is our healthcare, police, and fire. So let's check on those. And probably I need to put in a cemetery somewhere around here. Might put it, I think next to the park right here is a pretty good place for it. Because we aren't likely to get a ton of traffic there, so it should make it pretty easy for access for those utility vehicles to get in and out of there. I think we should still be good building these small fire stations instead of building a large one yet. We do have good coverage there. So next is the police department. Let's get that put in there. Our jail capacity is still good, but not great. We do have a pretty low crime rate, which is good. Let's do a little bit more residential zoning here. Get some more folks moved in, and we are now at level 3? Level 3 on our park. Finish up zoning this commercial next to the road. Okay, so let's go back to our park here and check in with what assets we got. I think it's just the gazebos. So let's put in some gazebos. Gonna kind of mix in the different colors here. And we have enough entertainment until next level. And we are now a small city. We have a population of 12,000. This gives us access to the train, which is kind of the only thing I care about too much on this list, I think. Train. Yeah. We do unlock the hydropower plant, but I don't think there's any good place to use that on this map that I have unlocked so far. So the only thing that really matters to me in this level is we have access to the train now. So the next is Big City at 19,000. That gives us access to crematorium, large water tower. Yeah, so not a ton on the next level at 19,000. All right, let's see how far this park actually. So not super far, actually. It looks like it goes all the way out to here, but unfortunately all these folks are not covered by our park. Maybe as the levels get higher here, hopefully it'll make it so there's more happiness or something. I don't know. I don't really know exactly how all this works. Alright, let's see. We can add in some stuff over here to make it so people are happier, hopefully. Alright, and also we should add in some trees. What kind of trees do we have around here? That's what's already around. Chestnuts. No. What is that? Little conifers, is that what that is? A linden. What kind of tree is that? We got cottonwood, boreal pine. I think the boreal pine is good. So let's bring the brush strength down, bring the size up. There you got a little forest going on there. And bring the strength down again, size up again, and we'll sort of mix in some of that and some cottonwood. We'll bring the strength down even more. Spread in some cottonwoods. And some Jakarta Baba, whatever that is. Get some colorful trees put in here. I think those all go pretty well together. Except for the purple trees. Obviously the purple trees are pretty out of place, but we'll just roll with it for the moment. Our park's got a bunch of trees. So until we get to level 4 here, there's not a lot we can change. And I am concerned that we are not even going to get to level 2 on this trade school. Because like the amount of students went down, which doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess it is what it is. Maybe our population is just too small and it's not going to expand for a while. Or I mean, not going to grow a ton for a while. I don't really know, but I guess we'll just put in some more folks here. At least our park's growing. We got that going on for us, I suppose. And I think maybe over here we can put in what's this called? High density commercial zone right here, because we're within walking distance of most people here, so it shouldn't make traffic too terrible. But we can finally use some of the high density here. There we go. Okay, level 4. We have the climbing frame. Ooh, that's actually pretty big. Let's put it over here. We have plenty of entertainment. We just need a little bit more people to come into our park. A few more guests, and we'll be all the way to level 5 on our park already. And it looks like there's like a hard cap here of how far my park is going to reach. So for these folks over here, we're going to have to build some boring parks. Let's put in some Japanese gardens. A small park, which is not that small. In fact, quite large. And I don't think that even took care of all of it. My goodness. Gonna have to do some more. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, well, I think that took care of most of it. This was definitely not worth the space I gave it. That is a fact. But, it's all done at this point, so there's not really anything I can change. And finish out our residential zoning here. So we've got our new neighborhood put in. We've got a school and we've got a park. So this is going pretty good. We're having a good day so far. We've got our little commercial district put in here with all these taller buildings. And okay. We have gained in academic work, and we are still a level 1 because we don't have enough students. All right. That's unfortunate. I guess we can go ahead and put in a little bit more commercial here. Just pick a spot to put in some more commercial to kind of balance it out. And I guess we can continue our grid here and add one more road of neighborhood. Make sure we put in our water pipe. Always putting it under the road like Mr. City Planner says. And I'm going to give it a second before I put in all these people over here. Don't want to go and break my own rule right away. Oh wow, we're having some traffic issues, huh? Good grief. What's going on here? Alright, what's the best way to fix this? Looks like the main holdup is people turning left. So, one thing I can do is take a little slip road, grab highway 1 lane, and from as far back as I can, go up and over right, and make sure there's no stoplight there. Make it so there's no left turn up here. Like that. Let's see. So hopefully that'll make it so everybody who's going to be turning left here will use this slip road. But now, you know what? I actually should make that longer and completely like that. That way we miss this intersection right here, so it should just make stuff go smoother here. Okay. There shouldn't be as much lane changing over here if I do this correctly. Hopefully that'll all sort itself out. Okay. And this intersection is just busy, I think. And there's so much traffic for a small city. And I don't really know why, which is unfortunate. There we go. That'll finish off our zoning there. Wait a second. There are an awful lot of people coming back into town from going around this. Why is that? None of this is one way. It should be perfectly easy for them to just turn. There shouldn't be this many people. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Let's check traffic. Oh. Never mind. My eyes were just deceiving me. I thought there were a ton of people coming all the way around and going back into town, but it looks like that's not happening. So that's not the end of the world. All right, we are now at level 5 on our park. We have the ability to add a trampoline. Let's do that. Add a trampoline park. Or even 2 of them. Let's get crazy here. We've got 2 trampoline parks. And heck, let's add another climbing gym over here while we're at it. All right, we are at level 5. Holly Meadows Park. Let's come up with a better name for the park. If you come up with a better name, put it in the comments. I'll change the name. In fact, for now, I'm just going to leave it Holly Meadows. I'm not feeling super creative at the moment, so I'll just leave it alone. I'm hoping that the majority of this traffic is because so many people are moving in here. There's a lot of traffic that isn't, like, wouldn't usually be coming in here, but that doesn't make, like, that doesn't answer why so many people are, like, there's so much traffic going out of town. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this video, I think. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and join me next time.